Hey team, I really hope I did this right. It's my first time using Zoom on a laptop, and I'm trying to get this in before Pops wakes up. So, um, I first wanted to thank Rachel for all of the prep and help that she's put into all of our teamwork, and thought I'd go ahead and kind of capitalize on that. I know a few of us are struggling with finding a viable option outside of Teamsy to keep track of stuff. So I went through a few old YouTube videos from coaches and watched how they uh, kept track of all of their clients via Google Sheets. The good thing about Google Sheets is it is an app, so it's accessible on your phone, on a tablet, and it's accessible obviously on a laptop. And I tried my best to make it like teensy. So let me see if I can. I wanted to come on here and record it so that I can show you guys how I walked through it, or what my thought process was on it. Let me know if you want a copy of the Google Sheet. I am more than happy to share it. So hopefully this works. I've never done this. So if you can see the Google Sheet, then you'll see I just have it labeled up here as coaching, and I have multiple tabs down here. So the first tab is the follow-up tab. So for instance, say you contacted, let's say you contacted Jane Doe on Monday, or let's start from here. So the idea behind the follow-up list is you would be able to put in who you're following up with for that day. So say a few months back, since obviously I just started this for May, so say if last week or a couple weeks back, you started, inviting or sending thank yous or hey girls or whatever messages you did, you'd come in here and input the message. So again, so for Monday, say I contacted Jane Doe. I'm going to use some names of my clients. Say I contacted all these people. Typically, depending on what the type of contact is, I'm going to want to follow up with them. So say with Jane Doe, she's a current challenger. I don't need to follow up with her for another week. Oh, so obviously, as you can see, there's the month, the day of the week, and the actual date. If you scroll, this top bar right here is locked. So as you scroll, it stays there. So say Jane Doe is a current challenger of mine. I won't contact her again for, let's say, 2 weeks. So that's the following Monday, right? So that's 1 week. And then that's the following Monday. So I'll put her down here. Let's say Pat I sent an invite to, and I'm going to want to follow up with her in 2 days. So I'll put her name there. And let's say Monique, I just sent her a basic contact. Hey girl, what's up? Been a long time since we've talked. I'll contact her in, I don't know, let's call it a week and some change. So I'll contact her on, I don't really care for doing weekend ones, if I'm just being honest. So I'll put her name here. So as you go in and as you contact certain people, obviously you're gonna, same like Teamsy, you're gonna click basically that follow-up button, right? So instead of doing it like that, you're putting their names back into here. So then for today, I know if I scroll right here, if I go to Wednesday, I know, oh, okay, I have to contact Pat, I have to contact so-and-so, say I have to contact Anna because she's from a different contact before. But basically, this should be your follow-up, kind of like your flagged numbers in Teamsy, for those of you that are familiar with it. And then I just put a bunch of name up here, but you can go, I mean, it's an Excel sheet, so you can extend out however far you want. So that's that. The potential. So these are going to be all of your friends, is the way I've thought this through. So you'll put down all of your friends' names here, the last time you contacted them, the platform. So if it was text, Instagram, Facebook, and then the type of contact, if it was thank you, hey girl, an invite. So same thing, kind of like that Teamsy. And then here I left sections so you can add in notes. So Diane is a stay-at-home mom. She has 30 kids, wants to lose 30 pounds. You know, and you can just add in the notes as you see fit. Say Anna reached out to me to ask about my journey. You know, over here I did add a section for old contact dates. Same like Teamsy, I like that you can see all of the history and you can see what you've contacted them for. So that's kind of the idea here. The idea is that once you've updated this portion, you would then throw the dates over here. The other thing to note is, say on your follow-up there's Pat Rogers and you're like, Pat Rogers, like, I don't know what I talked to her about last. And it's not like Teamsy, you know, you can't just click Pat Rogers and you can see the conversation. So that's when you would go into potential and you can Control F and it pops up this little find right here. And you can type in, oh, I don't have her name right there. Way to go, for example. Anyways, you can type in the name, it'll pull up the contact, and you'll see, oh, I contacted them, I had sent them a hey girl, and they were asking about my journey, so I kind of know what to touch base on. The other tab I made was a challenger tab. I'm going to close out that find sheet. So this would just be your current challengers. So their preferred method of contact, so whether it's text, Instagram, Facebook. If they're a current coach account or client, you can even go into detail and put like D coach, like for discount coach, or active coach, however you choose. Oops. And then same thing with notes. You can write in any notes or you can drag them over from this previous one. So you can grab the whole client, right click, cut, go into challengers, and you should be able to right click and paste. So it will paste over the style of contact that you had did, but then at that point you can just change and you can write, oh, you know, that you signed them up as a coach. And it would drag over all of those notes. Let's say that one was the one that was the stay-at-home mom, right? So those all those notes would pull over. And then maybe in this section you could put that they're starting with 21-day fix. You can delete the old contact dates. You can leave them. That's just something I left in there. The last date of contact is obviously going to be pretty important if you're on top of your coaching. And I know I lag it too. But this would be helpful to see as far as like, oh, like I haven't reached out to Anna in 2 months. Like that's terrible. I should probably reach out to her. So that's the idea behind that. And I have these all color coded as yellow. You can change the color down here if you click the little arrow. You can click change color and you can customize the colors here. I put the follow-up, my potential clients, and the challenger all in yellow, so it's all in unison. The next stop of business would be kind of your activity tracker, your business tracker. I borrowed all of these on the top row right here from the business activity tracker that's in the back office and the coach office. I did not include the ones that I haven't ever really done where it's like talking about the coach opportunity. I don't even remember the other ones, but I didn't include them. I know that it's something that I haven't really done yet. One day maybe I will, and again, like I said, it's Excel, so you can scroll and you can keep adding more things that you want to keep track of throughout your business. So I stuck with the basics, so Shakeology, workout, your personal development, adding 3 people to your network, and then your posts. So typically it should be those 3 posts, which is your Beachbody post, your lifestyle, and your content post. The other thing is starting 3 conversations and then inviting 3 people. So with this one, same thing, kind of I'm going to look at my day. Today I have had my shake, I have done my workout, I've not done personal development, but let's pretend I did. I've already added, let's say I was an overachiever, instead of adding 3 people, I added 5. So I was just going to tally it either with X's or literally with the number. I haven't decided yet. This is all new to me too. Beachbody post. I went ahead and I posted about Beachbody. I haven't posted a lifestyle one, and I haven't posted any like content or free info, kind of like those educational posts. I haven't done one yet. Start 3 conversations. Say I have already done 2. Invite 3 people. Let's say I'm an overachiever today and I've already invited 5. So it's just something to kind of keep track as you go through each day. So there's that. That's your business tracker. Post schedule. So again, Rachel is a freaking rock star and sent us a foolproof layout of what to post each day, basically for the next like 2 weeks or so, 2-3 weeks if I remember correctly. So my idea behind this one, it still kind of follows the same layout that you'll see, but the post schedule is, what are you driving at today? What's your end goal? Because aside from Rachel helped us out with that post schedule, I know I've struggled big time with my dad getting sick and everything. I haven't had time to really sit down and post, let alone there's a lot of days where I'm not in the mood to post. Like my social media will completely go silent because I'm just not in the mood and I don't have anything that I feel like I want to share. So this would come in handy if I already know. So let's say I'm down here in like the empty ones. Say I know sometime what month is this? June. So say I know I'm going to be we're heading to Summit, right? Around the 20th. So say maybe like that Saturday before, that's what I'm going to want to drive at. I'm going to want to drive at like the coaching experience and Summit. My post here, I can write out the full post. Last year, I traveled by myself for the first time to NOLA, blah, 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 right? So I can write out the entire post, and then that Saturday, if I don't have anything else to post, at least I have one here, and I have like kind of a general idea of what I'm driving at. So probably for those couple of days leading into Summit, that's what I'm going to want to lead into. I'm going to want to talk about Summit. I'm going to want to talk about coaching, about all the the overall coaching opportunity, the financial gains, and then I could spell out the post here. My goal is for myself is to have at least one here. The rest and the Insta story are easy. Those are ones where it's like, I had extra coffee that day. So, those are kind of like the freebie ones. Or, I really want to make sure in between these Summit ones, I'm shouting out my fiance. So same thing, I can craft my entire post here. So for the last 8 years, Bethel has supported me in all my passions, let's say. And when I presented the idea of coaching to him, he was hesitant and blah, 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 blah. But basically, I can format the whole thing so that all I have to do that day is jump in here, literally hit copy, and then paste it into my post with a picture of me and him. And I did include a section right here for Insta stories, if in case there's something you want to drive at with your Insta stories. So up here for our to be mindful, or for our June Jumpstart, if some of you haven't checked out Rachel's Insta story, sorry Rachel, you're getting a lot of shout outs. She has an image, let me see if I can pull it up and kind of show it on my phone. She has the image where it's her face and she's smiling, all super cute, and it's on her Insta story, and it's this one, the June Jumpstart free group, and that's in her Insta story. She detailed out everything right here as far as what you get: meal plan encouragement, daily accountability, tips and advice, the dates that it runs. Send me an emoji and I'll add you to our group page. So for all of us that are looking to participate in June Jumpstart, that could be something that we want to drive at in our Insta story. So today, our driving is June Jumpstart, with Rachel's idea here to do a free group invite post. And then the Insta story, you can add in a note to say, post picture with catchphrase 7 healthy habits. So that way you know for sure you're kind of in unison all across the board. Here for the 3-day cleanse, maybe in your Insta story you want to do like 2 back-to-back stories, where the first story is your before. Say you've done the cleanse before. The first picture could be your before picture, and then the next, you click next on that story, and it could be your before and your after. So your transformation. So before and after transformation 3-day cleanse pictures. So that's the idea behind the posting schedule, is to have an overall drive that's somewhat Beachbody related. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Even, like for this one, like I said, if I'm trying to drive a summit and coaching, I've already talked about it here the day before. So instead of talking about, I went to NOLA last year, blah, 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 I'm going to talk about that personal life aspect. And I'm going to talk about the fact that my fiance has been super supportive of my coaching side hustle, career, job, who knows at this point. So that's the idea behind this posting schedule. The next tab, I went ahead and included for myself. So this is my challenge group post. Prior to this, I used Google Docs, and I would just go through the days or go through the month and write up all of the month's posts. So if it pulls up, I can show you what I've usually done in the past. So here, so Monday the 14th, and it's not scrolling, there it is. And I just write in every single day's post and I schedule them out. Since I went ahead and took the time to make the Excel sheet, I figured why not add in this section as well. That way all of my coaching stuff is in one sheet. So I use that same monthly layout here, the month, the day, and I included each of my scheduled posts. So same thing, all you have to do is come in, copy it, and paste it into your Facebook scheduler, or I know that some of you guys use a scheduler, but I never have, so I don't know what the name of it is. Oh, Cinch Share or something like that. So all you would have to do, say you're mapping out months at a time, say you're mapping out June and you've mapped out July because you're an overachiever, you can come in here, map them all out, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, schedule them all out. Another thing that I've done in the past, let me show you. So I've usually used a notebook when I schedule out my post. Call me crazy for all of these different little things I do. But I figure why not share it with everyone? That way, hopefully our team, I know that everyone's super helpful when we have questions, but I think the other thing too is sharing the information without having the questions asked, because I don't know if anyone needs all of this information, but maybe someone does and they don't know it until they see it and they say, oh my gosh, like that's really helpful. I could use, I could use the follow-up potential challenger tabs. I don't think I'll use the rest, but I can use these. So I'm going to try and get in the habit of sharing all of my random tidbits in different ways that I coach or get organized or stay organized, or at least try to. So anyways, one of the things I used to do was on my notebook. You can kind of barely see it. I used to just line out literally 3 weeks at a time and would write in the post here, kind of like the general idea behind the post. And then I would also set out like flash challenges, content, so like links or recipes or quotes. And that was simply from Pinterest. Most of the time, I would just hop on there and grab stuff. But I never wanted my days, I wanted all of my stuff to be scheduled, and I never also wanted my days to be repetitive. So I didn't want, 3 days in a row to have flash challenges over and over and over. So I started kind of just zigzagging it and throwing them all around. So what I've done here is I've left those sections in so that if you want, as you're scheduling out your month, say we're in June, right? So I scroll down to June so that you can see all the days closer in. So this is a Friday. So say for Friday, you're going to want to do a flash challenge. Sunday, nothing. Maybe Monday you'll want to do a motivational quote image or something. Wednesday, some recipes. Thursday, or maybe Wednesday as well, a flash challenge. And just kind of honestly just make this as random as I could was always my thing. I would just throw my little X's everywhere. And so as I go through that day, sorry, that was kind of fast. As I go through that day, Friday, I'm scheduling that Friday post, and I'm also going to schedule a flash challenge. Sunday, I'm just going to schedule that post, or Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to schedule that post. There's nothing there. You can always click the number here, and it highlights that whole row. So Monday, when I schedule in Monday's post, which would be written out here, I'm also going to want to grab a quote or a motivational quote or an image. So I'll hop on Pinterest, which I pulled up here. And of course, it's not connecting, but you guys know what Pinterest is. And just Pinterest search motivational quote, fitness quote, positivity quote, hustle quote, goal quote, anything that you can think of that your girls might need or you might even need in a few days, grab it, copy paste it, schedule it. Tuesday, I would come in here, grab whatever I scheduled or whatever I wrote out to schedule it in Facebook, schedule a flash challenge, and then a content post. So those are usually like recipes or I've even thrown in like beauty care ones randomly, like top 10 beauty care items or 10 ways to make yourself feel loved or practice self-love. So I'll throw in links like those. Those are usually those are usually article links, or like I said, recipe links. So yeah, I hope I didn't go too fast. I definitely wouldn't mind going over it again. I just wanted to at least get out most of the info that I could. So again, if you start from the beginning, oh, there it goes. Your follow-up calendar is going to be your daily who you need to follow up with, who you have contacted in the past, and who is on your schedule now to follow up. Your potentials are going to be all of your current clients, the last time you contacted them, the platform of which you contacted them, the type of contact, and any notes you need to add in here for them. I did include that section for old contact dates, so just like Teamsy, where you can click on someone's name and you can see how many times you've bugged them to invite, you can put that here. So say I contact Anna today, I'm going to want to move, and I invited her, right? So that was a hey girl message. I'm going to throw that old date, which I don't even remember what it was now because I deleted it before I had a chance. And I'm going to put that here. Just so I know, oh, okay, I did invite her, and then I did a basic hey girl, and now I've technically invited her again. So that's kind of to keep track of how much you're pestering someone, hopefully. Because you know they're all going to come around, let's be real. And then the challengers tab is all of your current challengers, the platform of like the preferred method of contact, what type of challenger they are, and then any notes on them. Maybe you include what program they started. Maybe you include things like hated strawberry shakio, had hated strawberry shakio, and then you helped her resolve it, let's say. So now she does chocolate performance line. I don't know. And for those of you that aren't Excel friendly, I am more than welcome to go through each single tidbit as far as like how to format these things. YouTube is where I've honestly got all of my Excel training on. Would search things like, how do you change the color? How do you make this stay here? So things like this where you can't see the full, the full description. If you do click on it, it does always pop up here in this line. If not, you can double click on it and it pops up. Or if you want to see it, you can always do format, text wrapping, and click wrap. Wrap will extend out the current square that it's in, or the current box. I don't know what they're called. The current or cell, whatever. The current thing that they're in. Format overflow means that it'll push it through over all of the lines. The reason you can't see the beginning is because it's center formatted. So see, now I can see the whole thing. And then what's the other format? Clip. That means that it's only going to show you whatever little part fits up to that line. So that's just a little tidbit there. I usually do wrap so I can see everything. That's just me. Or you can extend these out so that way they all stay like a certain height. Anyways, back to this. Again, to recap, the business tracker should be your daily activities. So basically your daily business activities. Are you proof of the products? Are you drinking Shakio? Are you working out or practicing 2B mindset or practicing just a healthy, positive mindset? Are you in personal development? Are you adding people to your network? Are you posting about Beachbody and a lifestyle post and a content or educational post? Are you starting those conversations and are you inviting people? Like I said, with Excel, there are room to always include extra tidbits that you want to add here. Maybe someone that's early on in their coaching stuff is going to want to change this number to invite 1 people or start 2 conversations. Or maybe someone that's more seasoned is going to want to up that to invite 10 people and start 5 conversations. Whatever it looks like for you, these are all editable. The post schedule is, again, your overall post for your own social media platform. So what you're driving at for that day or even that week, like you can see here, for a while we are driving at 2B mindset for a few days. Every post here is different because Rachel is a doll and sent us everything. But as I mentioned, the idea behind it is not only that your drive here is kind of cohesive, but also so that your posts are scheduled out for in situations like mine when life decides to hit the fan like no frickin' other, and you don't want to post. I don't know. I mean, it's happened so many times to me within this year that my social media just goes silent because I am way too wrapped up in my head and I can't get anything out, you know? So that's when things like this would come in handy because all I would need to do is hop in, copy, paste, not schedule it, post it to my Instagram and pick a picture. Like if you look at any of the top coaches, if you literally you don't even have to try and scroll slowly. You can scroll fast and stop at a point to pay attention to those images, scroll again, stop. $10 says within 3 of those big, where you and you let the images just fly past you, you will see the same images. I was doing that on Danielle Natoni, I don't know, the chick that does Insanity, because she posted a picture of her and her husband from 5.5 years ago when they first did Insanity Live. And I was like, there's no way that's her husband. He looks completely different. So I was stalking her post. Why? Because I swear I have better things to do. Or I don't have better things to do. So I'm stalking her Instagram and I'm trying to look at old pictures of her husband because I'm like, man, I know it's only 5 years ago, but he looks completely different. So as I'm scrolling, every like 3 chunky scrolls, I'm literally seeing the same exact pictures from that she was posting like legit like in 2015 or 2016 that I'm seeing today. Like you can repeat your pictures, no one's gonna notice because the good thing is more than likely someone missed that first post. That's why we do things like this. And you do a To Be Mindset group post, To Be Mindset group post, To Be Mindset, because someone is gonna miss it. So within those To Be Mindsets, you do want to have your lifestyle post here or your transformation stories here, Insta stories. Like I said, the Insta story one was so that you can align your Insta story with that day's post. And then your challenge group post. So this is your personal challenge group. If you run your challenge groups by yourself or if you run them with the coach, you guys can pull this sheet out, I believe. I think it's like if you hit copy to, and I think you can pull it in a new, it's somewhere right there. I'm not going to try and figure it out right now. But you can pull it out into a new document. So if it's you and another coach, you guys can share this sheet and you can schedule out all of your posts for your girls. And you can include little things like flash challenges, content, links, recipes, all that kind of stuff, and motivational images. So I think if I click that, hopefully, okay. So hopefully that's somewhat helpful. And this didn't run too long, I hope. I don't even know. But I love you guys. Let me know if you have any critiques or want to share anything on the Excel sheet. And then I will share it or link it to the group page once I can figure out how to clean it up and make a copy for myself. That way you guys can have a copy and it can be editable for each of you. So bye guys. And no.